Hello everyone and welcome back to Salem 2. In this video I am showing you how I played as a Marshal in April Fool's mode. Hope you like it! So right off the bat I've decided that I will take this game seriously, because Marshal is a very high risk, high reward role, even in the regular already. 6 Psychmod STP says 11 hates bread. 8 says TP alone me and everyone dies. 4 psychics on me or fake. 9 says I love bread. Pestilence posts about Pestilence, who's just aligned. So not much to do night 1, so I just start to write my will. I'm going to note down who are suspicious people, and if they don't provide some proof of why they can be expelled from the tribunal, I'm going to hang them. Nice, I lived. Rest in peace to my neighbor Emerald. They were spy, and during this video I will receive some justice tokens, but as I've said earlier, I'm going to play this game seriously, because trolling Marshal is just, you know, some people will just assume you are throwing or something, so I decided to play it seriously. 4 says 7 visited 2, Plague Bearer. 7 says they are spy, they have bug hidden. 5 says they are seer, and 1 and 15 are enemies. 1 says they are psychic. 15 claims monarch. 4 says 4 is common killing, faking spy. 7 says try again 4, and 7 got trivial, I think. 6 says 4 is tracker. 11 says 2 speak. I think 11 hears dead. Can see that yeah, they can hear the dead people, so they want to speak to 2. 15 says, well, so 1 is fake or seer is fake. Oh my lord, I paused it. "15 is claiming monarch." I say it's a 1 for 1, and a power claim is more trustable than Psy. Sorry if you're real. 15 says, and I can easily prove it tonight. TP on 7. 9 says, he posted first thing in the morning, fools. 5 says, I'm voting guilty on this. 13 said that Mon is superior to Psy. 9 says, WTF. 1 says, I was attacked. Say probably Shroud. You don't even know who attacked you. 15 says, I wasn't attacked. 13 says, old TP on 7, except Cruz. 15 says, yeah. 9 says, my lord. And this is a werewolf. Nice. 4 says, I'd personally rather 7 dead though. 14 says, thank God. 7 says, 4, shut up. Okay, so let's see who voted innocent on the werewolf and if refused to up them. Okay, so 13. Let's write who inert this. 6, 8, 9 inert this. Sometimes some of these people could be townies, but it's good to know, you know. I would never tribunal someone just on the basis that they inert a werewolf. That's ridiculous. And 9 was a hexmaster. An evil defending a fellow evil. And we have a serial killer. So probably you too loud. So probably common hit 1 Night 1 probably. Or rest in peace to 13, the Crusader. They were mauled by a werewolf, so there is either a second werewolf or there is a necromancer. And the Monarch Knight at 7. 7 says no triggers at the moment. 4 says I was attacked. 5 says 7 and 9 are enemies. 5 says unlucky. 11 says I hear dead people. 12 says 5 is fake. 12 says they're a trapper and they placed the trap on 7 and they were visited by Monarch. And Pember has revealed himself as the mayor. Oh no. Oh no. Conjurer went for it and conjured our mayor. Rest in peace. I couldn't even whisper them because they were conjured immediately. And they feel so funny though. Why would you eat babies though? That's weird. And the death note says L. Uh, 10 says 5 is fake. Bro had only 2 people listed in his evil psychic vision. 6 says 8 revealed before revealing though. Okay, that's a lot of chat. 5 claims pirate. Landlubbers. 5 says remembers a trapper, werewolf, conjurer. Found night 1 as low number. That's convenient. So 12 was confirmed. 5 says still need the conch. 6 says that's a bit late, might be lying about landlubbers. 15 says up to 7, not gonna lie. 5 says okay. I don't mind. Four says 5 only has a coven landlubber. You know this. This is a coven push. 7 says leave pirate. They are fine. 5 says by the way 9 not landlubber. I was kind of unlucky. 5 said this is a coven push as well. I say yeah, we gotta find coven instead. Says I'm speaking to 8. 10 says medium moment. 10 says hey rude, I'm town sport. And there is a party! Nice! 11 says the show must go on. 10 says woo! 5 says yay! I say woo! 15 says I think 14 might be evil. 6 says woo! 4 says oh by the way 5, I'm executioner who's having a miserable time. I say let's get some claims, I'm town support. 5 says yeah, we are both unlucky. 4 says because this role is a donation unplayable when random tabs can just reveal date 2. 6 says 4 is excellent 7 now. 10 says oof. 4 says so I just don't get to play. 5 says true, 14 should be evil. 12 says I got defense from my token. That's nice. Okay, so why do I receive a lot of tokens when I don't want to use them? Rest in peace to 6 the Necromancer. See? Evils are inwing evils. The exception was the mayor, I think, yeah. You're too quiet. Oh, that's a lot of typos, and I forgot that 7 got revealed. Oh, yeah, true, they had a Hex Master. Okay, so I wrote that 5, 7, 11, 14. Could you claim please? And you see my mind wasn't fully in. 10 says 5 is not pirate. My guess is for 15 and 6 were correct. I'm doomsayer. 4 says watch this. They could reveal. 7 says my bugs appeal sigh. 5 says 3 not level number. Of course I am not. 4 says oh this is sucks. 7 I'm revealed. 15 says I think it's 14. 14 says I am SK. 5 says we gotta trust you. And I've killed 2 coven. And I checked the werewolf. 15 says oh you're SK. 15 says let SK win. 5 says 14 is serial killer. 4 says 8 says 11 is conjurer. 15 says 11 is conjurer. Let's get it. Why not getting both, you know? Let's do it down. It says SK will kill Marshal. Five says serial killer next. I say we get 14 next. And sadly I misclicked on the monarch. Obviously I didn't want to get the monarch. That was a misclick. 14 says yeah I kinda gave up after that third evil. 4 says 8 says we should hang 7 tomorrow out of pity. 7 says 8 needs to shut up. I say 2 out of 2. Let's go. 4 says 8 says he got his revenge. 5 says 15 claimed soul collector in whispers. 15 says whoa 5. 10 says see 5 is fake. He would have left town by now. 15 says I feel you're not even an XC. I write in my will let's get 5 and 10 is probably the last coven. Because I am a high value target because I still have 1 tribunal left. They didn't go for me. Interesting. So they probably went for monarch. Or spy. Oh, rest in peace to the monarch. Yeah, they've got a ritualist. So probably 10 is the ritualist, right? Because they claim doom. I asked them for will. And they will won now as well. 10 says, bro, what kind of doomsayer keeps a will, dog? 7 says, of course. 5 says, 15, 11. Do you guys know I can read your messages, right? 5 says, revealed, said 8. 5 says, yes, said 11. I say, I don't trust 10. Oh, and 7 got 4 votes. 10 says, I don't know what 5 is. Oh, they revealed. 7 says, Marsh, you better choose right, otherwise you're tarnation. I say, Lamau. X says, 5 can't win right now, so not the priority. Spy says, leave 5 for now. And I decided to start another tribunal and end the game. And I was upped by the evils because Spy decided to just didn't vote fast enough. What the hell? You have 4 votes. I asked, what are you doing? 7 screams, oh my fucking god, hello! I say, evil's shaking my head. Mon says, detonation, 7 vote, Jesus Christ! At least they upped the ritualist, but Jesus. It says, what just happened? And says, it's 2003 evils lol. You think the X siding with you, 7 lol? I say, they have votes and let me die. Maya says, I thought we won. 15 says, we do win. 5 says, I only got 5 souls. 15 says, because they can't kill 7. I say 10 claim doom and I knew they were ritualist. 15 says, they can't kill 7. And 7 has the votes. 10 says, it's gamba time. Conch, 5 being soul collector. 10 says, tokens gotta work. 15 says, 7 has the win. I say, 7 better cook up to the let me die. 15 says, he just needs to vote faster. I say, true. 14 says, if he doesn't beat them on vote, he needs to uninstall. Oh, come on, that's just toxic. Conch says, for real, for real. I say, that's too harsh, 14. And there is death. 14 says, 1 person clicking over 2 people clicking. 10 says, death moment. 8 says, did you get an achievement for getting voted out on your own tribunal? Sadly, there is no achievement for that. 5 says, so, 7, you won, GG. What did you find? My posting will? 4 says, 7, who do you want to win, Coven or Death? 7 says, I can read whispers, dummy, Lamau. 15 says, there is 4 Coven dead. I say 4 Coven and Death, Lamau. 4 says, I am enchanter. 11 says, never mind. And they upped death. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought 7 had 4 votes, but they have 3 votes. That's still OP though. 5 says, okay, GG. Got the extra vote. Couldn't. Sorry for. 4 says, why sorry? I win now. Do you? 5 says, yeah, sure. If 4 was enchanted, they would kill 7. So, they're just X. 15 says, I win now. What's in votes Eno? 8 says, I get rest tomorrow. 15 says, nah, the game ends. 11 says, nah, 8. GG! 7, please vote up evils faster in the tribunal next time. Thanks. 7 says, brother, I tried. Calm down. I am calm. 8 says, Maya carry. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you want to help this channel grow. And these are the videos that might interest you. See you soon in the next video.